to CannaCook you something. Heidi, we are about to get pumpkined up, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We are about to start our pumpkin loaf. We have everything ready, mise en place, everything is in its place. We have our pumpkins and our acorn squash already roasted, and we just have to harvest this and then we can start doing it.
Super. And you mix these two because there's added sweetness to one, right?
They're
Which one
compatible flavor. They really play off of each other. We use them in the root hash together. So it's just, they're very similar in flavor and it changes it up. It's not just pumpkin anymore. It's pumpkin and acorn squash bliss.
Loving it.
Yes.
And boy, is it going to be blissful.
Okay, so basically we want to get a half a cup of acorn squash that we've already roasted.
And it's so much easier now that it's roasted.
Isn't it? Isn't it just like beautifully comes out? No issues.
When you have the right tools, you know what to do with it. It just makes life so much easier.
Yes, and I would recommend just on any fall night, buying one, roasting it, and putting a little butter on it, and sit down and just eating that. Like that is a meal
Exactly.
in itself. So, now we're going to go over here to the pumpkin. I'm going to collect some good pumpkin there. And pumpkin has a lot of moisture in it, so you're going to see there's not a lot of moisture in the actual ingredients. You're not going to see water added or anything like that because we're going to get our extra moisture here for the mix process from the pumpkin.
It's a balanced ratio.
Yes, yes it is.
This looks delightful.
It's gonna be great.
All the pumpkin patches are gone now. This is a great time to catch all this
The
pumpkins.
pumpkins are on sale right now.
Right?
They are
Woo,
around
now's the time to
about,
be doing this.
Yes. Okay, so we have our pumpkin and our acorn squash ready. And ready to mix up some loaves.
Well, I'm ready.
Okay,
Yes.
so
We're not loafing around here.
not
I'm telling
loafing
ya.
around. Okay, so we have our acorn squash and pumpkin mixture. It calls for 1 egg. A tip I like to give is always check your egg first in a clear bowl before you put it in there. First, shells. Second off, if this was a bad egg, I've already contaminated my pumpkin.
So true.
So definitely
I have learned that
always-
one the hard way.
Me too. Definitely. So, and also you want it mixed up, before you put it in there. It's always a great thing to mix up your eggs before
Slightly
you add it to
beaten,
your
sometimes
ingredients.
more beaten, but slightly beaten.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, so basically we added 1 egg, 1 cup of our pumpkin and acorn mixture squash. Now this is a half a cup of brown sugar. This is a half a cup of granulated white sucrose sugar. And this, I would like for you to explain what kind of coconut infused oil we are using.
Well, it's one of my favorites from CR World, and they use the whole plant, organic, cold pressed coconut, along with the whole plant hemp. And it blends so nicely in so many recipes, and it's so versatile in the kitchen, out of the kitchen. So there
Cold
are
press is important, correct?
cold press is important. A lot of that oil, when you want it to solidify, our northern friends, they don't like it when winter comes and the coconut oil gets solid. But
Yes.
if you just put it in a warm water bath,
Because that means it's cold press. It's
It
the
means
first
that it's
batch,
cold
It's the best for your body.
pressed. Right, best for your body. What that was like my favorite when you bring the lipids in, because
Yes.
we're going to be putting lipids with lipids there actually.
Yes, so we added a quarter of a cup, and that contains 300 milligrams of CBD. And that's
Wow.
1 part of 3 that we're
Wow.
going to do for this. So
Wow.
it's going to be great. Okay, so we added our quarter of a cup of sour cream, and then this is 2 tablespoons of vanilla. This is 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. This is 1 tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice.
Mm-hmm.
This is a half a teaspoon of nutmeg.
I love nutmeg.
Yes. Right here we have a half a teaspoon of baking soda and baking powder. This is what's going to help it rise. So
Gives you that chemical reaction you're looking for.
It does, because there's only two
Not
types.
just the bliss that we're putting in with the CBD, but little rise.
Little rise at a
Little
time.
rise. We will
Yes.
rise up, won't we?
Okay, so we have all of our ingredients down here, and we're gonna add our flour. 1 cup of flour. Okay, so see, it's coming along really, really
The
great
smell
here.
is just delightful once you've added these spices to the flavor of that. Boy, I can't wait to. The
Yeah.
smell of this in the oven is going to be so delightful.
Okay, so now what we don't want to do is we don't want to over mix this, because then that's going to make a very chewy batter, and that is not what we're looking for.
All right.
So I'm going to say that this is pretty well mixed up. I've gotten everything incorporated together to where there's no massive lumps. You still have your puree, but nothing bad. And I'm going to move on, and we're going to get going on the cream cheese filling. So we'll take that, and then there's a whole block of cream cheese right there. And yes, we are gonna take, and we're gonna cut our flour into our cream cheese.
Made so much easier if you leave it out on the counter.
It
for a
has to
while,
be
right?
softened,
Right.
because if not,
You're working
gonna
harder than you have to.
spend all the energy you have creating friction to heat it
Right,
up.
right.
When if you do it 15 minutes before, you're good to go.
Right.
So.
And not everybody has the guns like Heidi, and so some people are out there looking for ways to make it simpler for their hands, and that's
Yes.
one of my
Best
tricks.
tips. Could you crack me these 2 eggs and get them mixed up, and so we can incorporate them in here for me
Yeah.
too? That would be great. And we're just really working in the powdered sugar and the cream cheese, and then we're gonna blend it with that egg, and then we are gonna be putting 2 honey sticks in with the cream cheese. Normally you would not want the, you wouldn't add honey to it, but I was like, why not add honey to it? So that's what we're doing. We're adding some infused CBD honey to the actual cream cheese filling that we're gonna put inside the loaf.
Well, especially for the holidays, when these parties come on, you need a little extra, right?
Yes, definitely.
That's what we're calling bliss. So this is the honey that you're talking about
yes,
that we have
that
in here.
is 2 sticks.
Each stick, CR World packages this so that you have, each stick has 12 to 15 milligrams. So it makes it easy to understand how much I'm gonna have for those who need to or want to understand how much you've put in there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay, so I think we are ready to form the loaf. I took the time and I made a couple of our loaf pans. Flour,
Perfect.
butter, typical, because we want to form a crust that's going to lift out of the pan. We're going to layer it. So.
So it's basically a pumpkin bliss lasagna.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way
Oh.
it's gonna be. And if we do it just right, it might be suspended throughout the center and like a tube, like filled like a tube if we do it right. It may not come out like that, but that's the
I'm telling you,
general
it-
idea that we're going for. Okay. Now I made a double filling batter because I happen to think that's one of the best parts. So I'm not going to use all of this filling, but I wanted to make sure we had a good amount there.
There's never too much filling.
No, okay, well then
Yep.
we can definitely fix that. Let's do it. Okay. That made a little mess. And then we're just going to put the rest on top. Then we're going to put this in an oven at 375 for 45 minutes to an hour. And that just depends on how it's setting up. You can let it keep going, and if you want it thicker, like it's more stable, cook it a little longer, but don't overcook it.
You
'cause
do the toothpick challenge then.
You can
put the
definitely do the
toothpick or-
toothpick, but with it having the filling, somebody might think that it's not quite done. So I'm giving a little bit of extra leadway in case they want to cook it a little bit more, but 45 minutes should get it where it needs to be.
CR Honey Help. Full spectrum hemp infused honey sticks made with 100% US grade A natural wildflower honey.
Welcome back to Can I Cook You Something? The loaf is out of the oven, Heidi. The smell is intoxicating here. You're going to slice this up, and we're going to put our final CBD infusion on it.
Yes.
But to walk us through what we've got going on here as you unveil this.
Well, I was really shocked it come out of the pan really easily because we use the flour and the butter to keep it out. It's still a little warm, so we're going to see some ooze when we cut into it, which should be a beautiful presentation. In the pumpkin loaf itself, we did, remember, it's acorn squash and pumpkin together, and we put a total of, I think it's 20 milligrams in the actual loaf itself.
Inside.
Yes, and then there's 10 milligrams inside of the
That
actual
gooey goodness.
cream cheese layer that
Right.
is in the inside. And then our glaze is 10 milligrams that we're going to add on the top.
Delightful.
So let's slice this and see how it
Let's
comes
see,
out.
it's going to be like a lava cake.
And remember, this whole loaf has 10 servings. So you're looking at a total of 300 for the loaf, and then this on top is an extra 100, so 400 for the serving.
CR Honey Help for pets. Full spectrum hemp infused honey sticks made with 100% US grade A natural wildflower honey.